What I think you should do is pick up your camel and go. Remember that? You remember that Martin episode?
No.
When he was out, he had left and went to that monastery or whatever.
No.
What I think you should do. Okay, my bad. But yeah, so I'm with you. Number 5, Carmelo. Like if you're gonna turn into like a Vince Carter and learn how to fit, then just matter of fact, go play for the Grizzlies. They need a player like you. They have nobody.
No.
But he's like the theme of my bottom half of my list is these guys really are already on.
They're already done. Okay, who's your number 4?
My number 4 is another guy that's in the same boat. Actually, I think. Oh yeah, no, this guy is done. This is how I feel about this guy, Dwight Howard.
He's already done.
Listen,
his fork is in him already.
Yeah, well, so is Melo to me. Melo's done too.
Okay.
Like, let's stop with this, Dwight. Stop thinking that you are worth something.
You're thinking you're worth something.
I know, that's cold.
That's cold.
You're a dinosaur. The big man in the league is not how this works. They don't play big men who back people down to the basket, but you complain like you're the star on the you can city, and now you're in Washington, and all y'all gonna do is fight and bicker every night, and we're gonna have to listen to you. And I remember when he was on TNT.
Have to listen to you.
Yeah, on TNT for that one season. And he was like, okay, he was going. And they told him, they wished him luck.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be real. You got to know how to fit in today's league, and he doesn't get it.
No.
So this is about to be dismal. I'm guessing he gets about 10 DMPs, coach's decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. 10 DMPs, coach's decision. Just because he's Dwight Howard.
So what? You give him 15 and 10?
No, I give him 12 and a half and 8.
Dang, that's messed up. He gonna get a lot of rebounds off of John Wall from his threes.
To me, they play too fast for him.
Okay.
Like their tempo is too fast. Scott Brooks doesn't want to slow it down.
True.
So Dwight Howard, by the time you run down, you're gonna think, give me the ball. They're not going to give it to you because they're going to shoot. Mm-hmm. The rebound's going to go off the other side. You're not going to get that offensive rebound. Mm-hmm. And the league is too fast for you. So the other team is running back down. So you're now trailing. Mm-hmm. And he's times in a row of him running down, not touching it. Mm-hmm. He's going to pout.
Frustrated.
He's going to get frustrated.
Okay.
Then he's going to demand the basketball as if he's a mismatch. It's like watching T-Rex play basketball.
Okay, well, I didn't put Dwight on my list.
Okay.
You know I hate him.
Yeah.
My number 4 is the unemployed Isaiah Thomas. Put a fork in him, and it's done.
Oh, man.
You talk about decline. He's the poster child of decline. You would look NBA decline in the dictionary. You see Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, you are being hard on him.
Junior. Currently unemployed for a reason because he can't turn the corner no more. That was his main. He take the scoop layup before you even got a chance to get your hand. You could ride his hip all the way to the lane and throw his stuff into the third row. Okay.
His injury required him to get a whole season of playing before he gets back to himself.
Okay.
I think that's one of those injuries where you come back and people expected you to be a certain way and you couldn't be.
Yeah.
But you still were out there trying. What we're hoping for in Cleveland was coming back in January. You can get that. He can get his legs under him, and you start to see the flashes of the old IT. But I think really it took a whole half a season and a whole. He's really healthy now.
You hope so.
I think that's I do. Yeah. I do hope that he comes back and has a success story because to me, his derailment, the derailment of his success was not because of a team he went to.
No,
he was kind of the scapegoat for the Cleveland situation.
His injuries.
I'd like to see a guy like that after watching his you get to know the guy, you like the guy. So I like to see him come up, but I understand why he's on your list. I do.
And to your point, as much as you hate Lonzo Ball, he backed up Lonzo Ball. That's how damaged he is.
I think, but we thought too. I think physically he couldn't be a starter yet. I hope he did back.
Yeah, go to Orlando.
Hey.
Go play with Aaron Gordon.
Hey, open.
Go play in purgatory.
East is wide open.
My number 3 is DeAndre Jordan.
Ooh.
Vets on the decline. He had his worst season with Lob. That wasn't Lob City last year. He had his worst season as a Clipper last year. He didn't have a point guard. Blake left him. He was really unhappy. He didn't like Doc. He just powered through that year, really unmotivated. So you would think you got to a place you'd be really motivated to play, but I don't see that either. I don't think he's worth $24 million. You're Dallas. You don't have a facilitating point guard.
Right.
Dennis Smith Jr. is not a facilitating point guard. He's a guy that goes, grabs the rim.
Yep.
And now your 2 guard is a shooter from wherever country he's from. Donka, hot.
Supposed to be good though.
Oh. And then Dirk, like, who's on this team that's going to give you the ball? You can't play with your back to the basket. You're a lob guy. You're not going to win any games in Dallas. So where's the effort there? So 11-11 is what you're going to average in Dallas. Just
11 points, 11 rebounds.
Yeah.
And 4 block shots.
Like, you used to be arguably the best center in the league at one point. It's just you're the new Dwight.
I agree with you 100%. He's on my list.
Okay.
He's not number 3 though. He is on my list. So I do agree with you. And
lowered expectations.
Yeah, you give him great reasons as to why I'll put him where I put him.
Okay.
And maybe add a reason or two as well. My number 3 is a surprise.
Okay,
you're gonna be shocked by this, and maybe even rebuttal the point that I'm making here. But my number 3 is Kyle Lowry.
You just hate the Raptors. you just hate the Raptors. That's Raptor hate right there.
That's not, bro.
It's Raptor hate. He's giving you no reason to say he's gonna decline.
He hasn't, except they can never win.
So he's stagnant.
I think it's time for us to start realizing he's reached his peak.
He's still gonna be an all-star in these.
Well, of course, that's not saying much. That's not saying much at all. I think with a new coach, I'm wondering if that new coach turns that team's focus a little bit.
Scales back his offense.
And they bring him back. They pull the reins on him and really make it DeMar's team.
Okay.
And I think because of that, because you can look back to last year, he was starting to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
He was really starting to struggle.
2 things you can count on. DeMar DeRozan struggling in the playoffs.
And Kyle Lowry.
Lowry struggling in the playoffs.
So, like, to me, you can only keep struggling so many years before now it just starts to take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't like the Raptors, the LeBronto Raptors.
Yes.
But I think, like I said, Deuces just said it, no longer expect great things from him. It's time for him to take that lower route. So he's my number 3.
Okay.
Yeah. My number 2 is
beloved Al Horford.
Al Horford.
Oh, you love that man so much.
No, okay. Just because I had him in my top 25
2 years in a row.
2 years ago.
2 years in.
He was low 20s this year if he was. Next year.
Yep.
Second of all, I think with the return of offense and with the ascension of Jay Tatum, are dropping like drastically.
I don't think Brad. I think Brad Stevens is
he'll keep him. He'll be the glue guy.
Yeah.
But I think he'll be being that. Like this year, this dude was like making 3-pointers.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna have the same as he did this year.
Okay.
He was the only veteran on the team that was on the floor.
True.
So to me, it was magnified. Diminishes a little, and we start to see. To me, he's that power forward that's still a tweener in this league because he can shoot a jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
The back to the basket, though, is getting the game.
Mm-hmm.
And Boston got younger with health coming back. And so, again, tempo. Does the tempo kind of put him out the game?
Out the league.
Pacing him out the league.
Trying to pace Al out the league. How dare you?
the pace, he becomes a dinosaur.
All right, number 2 for me. We're on number 2, right? Yeah.
Yep, you're
number 2 for me is your boy Kevin Love.
Ooh, I thought about him.
Kevin Love. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Don't do it.
You can't be the man no more. If he stays with Cleveland, it's done. Like,
no, I disagree.
You can't be the man. I don't see him reverting back to 2020, Kevin. And I don't see him leading a team. I don't see him being a good player. Like if LeBron's on the team and JR stretching the team, yes, you have open threes. Who's going to kick you the ball in the corner? You don't have that guy no more.
Oh, hold on. Have you been watching Summer League?
Come on, man. You can't count on a rookie to keep Kevin Love's career going. He's going to decline.
Okay.
Kevin Love is on a decline. And it's time for you as a Cleveland fan to notice it.
Nope.
He's not going to be.
I disagree.
He's not going to be a viable guy anymore. He's the new Al Horford.
I did. Oh. No, sir. I disagree.
He's still a good NBA player, but he's not going to have the impact that you expect him to have.
I disagree. I think Ty Lue figures it out with that team. I think you slow the ball down. I think that's a different offense now. He's still a legit.
How? You just every guy that you said says the pace of the league is going to speed up.
The pace of the league, but it's still team dependent.
Okay.
Cleveland, you got to slow it back down. This Sexton kid's good. He's not. I'm not saying he's Kyrie good, but this Sexton kid's good. This Sexton kid is good. Okay, he is wearing it too, but he's a good player. So I wouldn't be shocked if that kid comes in. He's got a good rookie of the year chance.
Okay.
Slow the ball down. Play an offense that does throw the ball inside. Kevin is still a power forward that can play back to the basket, and he can shoot the three, which means he can still face you up and still get to the rack. Or shoot the jump shot. That makes him, to me, being able to get back to being 2020 because the ball is going to be in his hand more.
Kevin is never
going back to 20. No.
You're not going to see 2020 once this year, bro.
Oh, I disagree.
I put 5 on it right now. You're not going to see 2020 once this year.
I am taking that bet. He will get 20 points, 20 rebounds at least once this year. He probably won't average that. I think he'll average 20 and 15. I think he'll average 20 and 15. Number one, the guy's a great rebounding power
15
forward.
and 10.
Nope.
15 and 9.
He's going back to being a 20-point scorer.
And then you got to also say the motivation. You're not.
Thank you, 11.
You're not in the playoffs. You're not in the hunt for a championship. They might make the playoffs. Right. But they're not in the hunt to, where's really his motivation now?
He knows that life. He played for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but now you got a taste. You want to go back to it? Nobody ever wants to go back to losing.
But realistically, you should know as a player, we're not that team anymore. Let's go out here and still play our best game, put our best.
Now, if he gets traded to LA or if he gets traded to somewhere else, I'm changing my tone.
Wouldn't that be all right?
I'm definitely changing my tone. But as a Cleveland Cavalier, he has to decline.
This, to me, is a guy that because his game differs in Horford to me. His game differs in DeAndre. He still is offensively a weapon at every level on the court.
With somebody facilitating to him.
No, he can play back to the basket. We can come down the floor, run pick and pop with him. Mm-hmm. We can come down the floor, clear out, and throw the ball down to him. And he can make his own shots. He shoots 80% from the free throw line. No, he's got too many offensive talents to be a guy that declines like that. To me, he goes back to being like he was when Kyrie left. He was the number 2 guy. He now arguably could go to being the number 1 guy.
He is the number 1 guy.
So the offense, because of that, we know in the NBA, if you're the number 1 guy on a bad team, you're scoring 20, 25 points a night. Because he's gonna be a volume shooter now. So if he makes a jump shot and he can hit the hook and still get fouled like he does.
Okay. I just don't.
He'll get 1 20-20 game. He'll give you 20 and 15 this year.
I don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I think he takes that.
I had a feeling that name was coming.
I think he takes that dip.
That's so disrespectful.
Number 1 on your list.
No, sir. It's number 1 on your list. We're on you now.
Oh, number 1 on my list is the shocker.
Oh, really?
Is the shocker. Just because of unmotivation. I think he declines this year. If
somebody's demotivated.
If he stays in this climate, Jimmy Butler.
Oh.
If he stays a Timberwolf, I see a decline in his numbers, in his play, in his passion. I don't think he wants to play with guys that don't want to play. Like the most demoralizing thing as somebody who wants to compete is playing with people that aren't competitors.
True.
So you out here giving it your all, and then
JoJo's AAU team right now.
Shout out to the rain.
Sorry.
But if you're out there giving it your all, and Wiggins and Towns and those guys don't care, then what are you doing it for? Why am I busting my butt? I'm playing for next year so I can team up with Kyrie and go to New York. I'm staying healthy. So I see a decline in his numbers and his passion just because of where he plays.
Oh, okay.
So if he gets traded midseason, if he gets traded, go somewhere else, I definitely take that back. But in his current climate, I think he declines. I don't think he's an all-star.
So you don't think he balls out for the contract?
Nah, because everybody knows he's a good player.
Okay, that's.
Or he takes an injury and milks it.
Yeah, that's a shock. Jimmy Butler.
How's your hand, Jimmy?
Yeah. I'm not sure I can go tonight.
You know that sound?
Yes. Yeah, you don't really know what to say.
Let's see after the road trip.
Yeah.
Jimmy, we're on the 10-day road trip. We'll see.
Oh, man. Oh, that's good.
So that's my number one, just because of circumstances. A lot of you guys are circumstantial. Injury, team, So, yeah, but I see him taking a decline. I don't see him as an all-star this year. I don't see him a guy as being that killer like he was to get the Timberwolves to the playoffs. Came back from injury early for the last game of the season just to get them into the playoffs.
Right.
So I don't see him taking the time out to do that for this team.
That's a good pick. That's good, very good reason. You support that well.
Thank you.
It'll be interesting to see.
I appreciate you letting me
support that. My number one is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So not gonna hold you. Yeah.
1 year.
My number one's clear. This is DeAndre Jordan.
Okay.
Clint. Listen closely, Clint. Okay. This is another guy you should use.
Listen closely, Clint. This is the name of this episode.
Yes.
Listen
closely, Clint. There's another guy you can take an example from.
Yeah.
System player. DeAndre, you fit what the Clippers were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
It worked for you. Now you done got the big hit. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? You might know, actually, that it's kind of over for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to go to Dallas. You wanted to go before, but you reneged. Now you get to go. And nobody's talking about bringing up how you left them last time.
Mark Cuban just really wanted you, so you got paid.
So you got your $24 million. Do your thing, bro. But that, first of all, like you said earlier, what is that team?
Yeah, you're just there.
They're not winning. So.
You're just there.
Yeah, you're not, and you can't.
You're not surrounded by the players that can help your game.
Yeah, nobody's gonna lob you the ball. Every once in a while they will because it works. You're open. Wow,
you're open.
Throw it to him. All right. Deuces said DJ would be horrible in Dallas. I agree. Biggest decline to me is him, and you're getting all that money for it. As a matter of fact, don't sign a 1 year, buddy. Go there and stay. Do your 1 year, get your 24, and then re-up
and then
again.
they'll go lower, and then there'll be 1 year and 13, and
re-up
1 year and 7.
Yeah, nobody's giving you money again. Yeah, you can be a JaVale McGee.
Become a Warrior, get a ring, and end your career.
There you go.
All right, so those are the vets. I had Jimmy Butler at 1, Kevin Love at 2, DeAndre Jordan at 3, Isaiah Thomas 4, Carmelo Anthony 5. You had
DeAndre Jordan at 1, Al Horford at 2, Kyle Lowry at 3, Dwight Howard at 4, and Carmelo Anthony.
You better not come here with Al Horford in your top 25 next year. Next
well, if he doesn't decline,
you won't know it because we're gonna do it early.
Oh. Okay.
You better not come with no Al Horford.
Hey, Deuce's dad, help me out, okay? Next year when you hear the list, you got to put in the comments, don't say Al Horford.
Don't say Al Horford.
I forgot.
All right, so top 5 young players on the rise. If you listen to this whole podcast, I think you know who my number 1 is.
I think so. I think we might know both of our number 1s are.
So
might be the same.
My number 5 is a rookie that I've been watching in Summer League, and it is Kevin Knox from the New York Knicks.
Oh, okay.
Kid's balling, bro. Like he probably should be Summer League MVP.
Okay.
he can shoot, he can slash. Like, he put the team squad on his shoulders one game. I've seen all the other rookies too. Jaren Jackson, Sexton, Grayson Allen. Like, I watched some summer league with my dad, and those guys are balling. Trae Young, but
Trae Young can't shoot yet.
I mean, he had a 5 3-pointer game.
Yeah.
The first 2 games were sketchy. He was airballing. He was trying to figure it out. But he shot one from the logo last game.
Okay.
You know, but that's the guy that you go, okay, yeah, he gonna win New York some games. Porzingis come back. That might be the Donovan Mitchell this year.
Okay.
So that's the guy I'm looking for. That's the rookie I'm looking for. I'm putting my stamp on him as rookie of the year right now.
Nice. Look at that. Big green message pop. Oh, God. My number 5 is actually, I don't have anybody from Summer League. Okay. These are all guys that were
in the league already.
Yeah, in the league already. So my number 5, I actually have, well, I'll just say this. My number 5 is Brandon Ingram.
Okay.
I think that he gets a bump because he now plays with LeBron.
The biggest bump.
Yeah, he'll get the biggest bump. No. I'm not saying he's going to get the biggest bump because I got another guy for that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
Got the whole Lakers roster.
Yeah. So, I think Ingram gets a bump, though. So, I think we get to see more of it. I think it's going to take a little deferment from LeBron at first to kind of let these kids continue to grow, because I also wonder, does their growth get stunted a little bit because LeBron's on the team now? Mm-hmm. But the kid can handle it. Mm-hmm. He ran the point for him last year. And so I think with LeBron, I think you see a bump and you see a little bit of an increase there where you can hear his name. I think there's a spot open for the number 2 guy on that team. Mm-hmm. And there's a good chance for him to take that spot. Okay. So I put him at number 5 on my list.
Okay. That contingent, he stays on the Lakers.
Yes, exactly. Contingent, he's still there. My number 4.
Okay.
Now, I put this guy here at 4, even though he already balled out this year. So because of that, I'm like, is there room for more with the way the West is now?
Okay.
And that's Spider Mitchell.
Okay.
Yeah, I got him because to me,
can he do more?
Like, that's what I'm wondering, because the kid did it last year.
Okay.
To me, he should have been a rookie of the year. He did it. He balled out. He carried that squad. If they don't get hurt, I think they get one more round out of that team. So I'm interested to see, was that just an anomaly? Mm-hmm. Was that a playoff moment and the kid rose up? Mm-hmm. Is he now that guy? Because now I'm seeing him on IG. He's everywhere. He's showing up at people's barbecues on the 4th. You know, he's now starting to become that people guy. Yeah. So the glam's there.
Yeah.
So I want to see, are you there? I'm cautious with him. I wanted to put him higher, but I'm cautious because he went really high last year.
He did.
So
he did.
And there are other guys that have a bigger upside to me.
Did.
So I'm interested to see how that plays out. And my next guy, actually, I probably should have switched him, but my next guy probably makes it controversial. But I think they both, I'm interested to see how it goes. So.
Yeah, I thought about it. I didn't do it. He ascended a lot.
He did.
So, like, for him to top that, like, a lot.
Right. Oh, yeah. Like, can he do it over the season?
Maybe to the second round of the playoffs. Like,
yeah. Like, but see, the thing is, like, he blew up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I
mean, he had a good season.
He
too.
did.
Like, he had the Sports Center highlight booms on guys. You know what I'm saying? He came out of nowhere.
He did. Which made it like, Yeah. So now I wonder, that's why I'm like, he's low on the list.
Yeah, God forbid, sophomore slump.
Yeah.
Like, Utah couldn't take it. I don't think if he had a sophomore slump. Grayson Allen looks pretty decent as a rotational player in summer league. Like, he's finding his shot.
He'll be all right.
He'll be a guy that gets 10 technicals.
Just don't kick anybody.
He already tripped somebody already.
No, stop. Golly.
So, like, they definitely have a system, and they definitely know how to work it there.
Right.
So, oh, man. Like, yeah, he's not going to surprise nobody this year.
That's true.
Let's see what's going to happen. I wanted to put him on the list, too, but I was scared. I'll admit that. I was scared.
Like, every list we make is always contingent on what's
number 4 is a guy you hate. A guy you think is a bum. A guy you think that doesn't deserve to be in the league.
He deserves to be in the league.
Lonzo Ball. Number 4. Young pup, ready to rise. Go, Lonzo. Go. I'm with it right now.
Say that,
bro. Like he's gonna play with LeBron, bro. Like your intensification. If it's a word, it's not a word.
It's not.
Your intensification of the game. I'm gonna say it again.
You repeated it.
Like it's really a word.
Spell that, Ralph.
Has to go higher just because you play with LeBron. You have to feel some type of way about your shooting, about your just all around game because you play with LeBron James. When I say rise, he is lower. So he has to rise.
So rise could be, if you understand, if this is the ground, that could be rise.
His field goal percentage will rise. His free throw percentage will rise. His assists will rise. His playmaking will rise. I see a full Lonzo Ball. He's healthy. I'm for Lonzo and LeBron.
Say that again. I
yearn for it.
And you want it.
And I want it.
You don't see it. Want it bad enough.
I see it. I see Lonzo.
I think
you just hate Lonzo.
I think he. Juice is down 11. Listen,
I hate LeVar Lonzo because you hate LeVar.
No, I listen. I think because athletes that don't care. And like the kid,
you think he don't care?
I think he doesn't care. I think he doesn't care so much about what his dad says. He just doesn't care about anything.
Well, you're not supposed to. You know your dad's a crack pipe.
I know, but I'm just like, to me, I think he suffers the most from LeBron because, like I've said this before. We talked about it when LeBron chose a
new system. It's not.
It is. It's going to be the LeBron system.
They're talking about it. It's a new team.
I don't care.
LeBron at the big playing the Warriors at Warriors. That's the biggest trap you can do.
Sir,
he figured that out.
Y'all can't play the Warriors in what level?
So block back to the defensive guys, high IQ guys, playmakers. That's how they go in. And it starts with Lonzo Ball.
If Lonzo doesn't make a jump shot, Lonzo will be on the bench.
Rondo can't make a shot either.
But Rondo's more impactful, going to make a layup.
Lonzo can do the same. No, Lonzo can do everything Rondo
we haven't seen where.
He can do everything.
Where did you get this from?
Bro.
You have not seen that.
I've seen it.
No, you haven't. He didn't do that at UCLA. They can talk all that they want to talk right now in LA about what this is going to be. Once they don't win games, that's going out the window. Give me the ball, says the king, and let me carry you. And that's
like that. Who's going to play ball?
What I'm telling you,
play LeBron ball.
Lonzo is IG because right now, all I got is shut up, keep sending each other diss tracks. That's it. So you think you can rap and you done flexed on him this year. Make a jump shot. If the boy can't make a jump shot, he will suffer the most. If his shooting percentage doesn't increase, because he will get some open shots. I agree with you there.
There you go.
But nothing about it.
No,
nothing about his game says knocked down right now. That's it on that. That's it on that.
Well, that's my number 4. It's my list. I can put on there who I want to.
You're right. All right. Who's your number 3?
My number 3 is the $158 million man, Devin Booker. Hopefully, he can turn that money into wins. They got a nice lineup now. You know, they got a rookie center.
A bunch of young losers.
Whole bunch of young gunners.
Bunch of young losers.
You know,
they don't know how to win. They don't know how to win. They're going to lose a lot of games.
Hopefully, I just see his game evolve into, like, I want you to become a leader, and I want you to get to the cup. I want you to get to the free throw line. Because that's how James Harden evolved, right? He was a specialist. You know, he didn't play a lot of defense. He got 6 man a year. He could shoot, right? But then he developed his game. He developed his dribbling. He developed his rack getting to the rack. He developed getting to the free throw line 10 to 12 times a game, padding his stats. Come on, Devin. Earn that 158. That 158. You can average what you say, a good player on the bad team, you can average 20-25 points.
That's true.
Okay?
That's true.
Let's put some dubs behind it. Put some dubs behind it and let's see your game evolve.
I like it.
It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot.
It's asking a lot because like he's one of those players where I do want to get excited for him because I mean the man scored 70 points.
Mm-hmm.
So you know he can shoot it. But again, like he's another one of those players where I'm wondering, is there anything else?
Where's the passion?
Yeah, like are you working it? Now are you like let's just see it. Like I would love to see it happen, to be honest with you, because I think it'd be pretty cool to see it. Because we went to the Phoenix game, I wanted to see him come in there and do something.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice because it's nice to see somebody that can just wet it up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do that and get to the rack too, I'd love to see it. I would probably wait to see him evolve a little before I go, okay, I think here he comes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's on a team and they're just also young
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know how to win. And then like I remember you hear stories about these young teams. They don't travel they travel, but they don't hang together.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the cities, being in the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not getting rest. You go to you go on the Miami trip or the LA trip.
Yeah.
You already know where they go. Be at. Hey, we gotta be a shoot around in the morning. You already know. You know. So young teams like that, you're always like, okay. And he's a vet now. So
hopefully a reason.
Say, give me a check.
You 15 million.
Yeah, give me a check.
Okay. Well, that's a guy that I think everybody wants to see.
Yeah. My number 3 is Ben Simmons. To me,
no.
You don't. I hate Lonzo. You hate Ben Simmons, sir. You definitely hate Ben Simmons. He's my number 3 because to me he's a jump shot away from being a dominant player.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, here's my plea to you: work, like get in the gym, like the Rich Paul. You got the folks, you got the machine behind.
The machine, yeah.
You got your camp. I be telling you, and you get a J.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go through games and you get like you lay it up, but you don't shoot a jump.
You should be blowing up LeBron right
exactly. Now. And you don't make either because so shot away. So to me, putting him in the middle, I've got room to go. He fell off. He could ascend to the top of the list. So
no, his game is good enough to
keep him there.
To stay where he is.
He better get a jump shot. If he get, because I think he's going to figure him out, then what?
Right.
So I want to see his game evolve. And once he can be 5, 10, and 10 guy, or 25, 12, and 10 guy, now you start talking about he's doing LeBron-like things, although there will never be another LeBron. Out of LeBron going west because he plays the 4. We've seen this dude ball, and I think he's still rising, and I think he stands to benefit from the ball coming to him in spots where you got a guy who literally knows anyone, and that's Kyle Kuzma.
Cool.
To me,
second round guy.
To me. You're talking ascension. To me, he's the guy that stands to earn the most out of this. The number 2 spot until Kawhi gets there is open on this team. And to me, Kyle is primed to take it over. So Kyle, 2 guy, he stands to gain a lot. He gets a 4. He can shoot the ball, and we've already seen him get athletic at the rim. And he wants you to come get him at the rim. Like he's got that heart. Like, oh, you want to come up here with me? Sure, let's go. I'm gonna meet you there, and let's talk. When we get there, I think he stands to gain the most from LeBron.
I seen him play some Drew League this summer.
So let's get it. Let's get it, Kuzma. You got a new fan in me, buddy.
All right, my number 2. So I was the second guy on the Boston Celtics. And hopefully it's into a 20-point game guy. Like this where this is gonna be your squad. Like, so put your stamp on it. I see you out there working, young fella. Do what you need to do.
Definitely see him working.
Do what you need to do, because I know you want it, so go get it. So that's a guy that I have no doubt that's going to be a great player in the next 5 to 6 years.
Yeah, I agree.
So when Kyrie leaves, because I don't see him being a Celtic forever, it's going to be your squad. You're going to be the next $158 million dude, even more, because, you know.
Yeah, TV contracts and everything.
Yeah, so you going to be the guy. So once your body fill out, your game fill out, you're going to be the next one.
I'm with you. Man, I'm surprised. Now I'm trying to figure out who's your number one. Well, who's your number one this time?
Oladipo.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He's 25. He's still young, you know. I don't count the Orlando years.
Okay. All right. I took him out of my
not young.
I didn't have him young anymore.
Yeah, not young pup, but
Yeah.
he's 25, 26, going into his, I think, 5th or 6th year.
Oladipo.
3 with Orlando, 1 OKC, 1 Indiana. So, you know, the Orlando years, you was just out there running and gunning, just being a pro.
Couldn't make a shot either. Could just dunk it.
You know,
couldn't shoot a jump
OKC,
shot.
you saw what Russ was doing, trying to be a professional,
Yeah.
got traded, felt some type of way,
Yeah.
changed your body, changed your look, changed your mindset. Look what happened.
That's true.
Second round of the playoffs.
That's true.
Took LeBron to 7 games. So you tasted, you sniffed it, you felt it, young man.
First round.
First round player, my bad. But you felt
I
it.
don't want to put too much pressure on.
You saw what it was like.
That's
so
true.
go ahead and grab it. The East is wide open for you. Because you know Kyrie gonna miss 20 to 35.
Dang, bro. Stop doing that to my guy. Keep speaking that into the universe. We rebuke that. Dang it.
I just wanted to say it again.
That could be the title of it, too. Kyrie's going to miss 20.
Kyrie's going to miss 20 to 35 games. So
Dang it.
You got that window in there to take it.
That's a good one.
Oladipo's my one guy.
That's a good one.
He's going to be like an early MVP candidate kind of guy to me. You know, like the young guys that get that first start.
Yeah.
You know, Indiana starts off 25
Hot.
4 or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shoot. They start 25-4. They're going to win the East. They got, if that's the case, where's Boston in that conversation?
Yep.
My number one is Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Yeah, my number one is Jason Tatum. I think it's his chance. Like, he showed us something. I mean, you dunked on LeBron, sir, and look back at him like, bruh, I got you. You know, so we know you have heart. You tried to take the Cavs will. You've definitely done some things, and you are out here in the gym working. So I'm interested to see how that work pays off, and does your game develop to where you become just a more lethal player. And he's got that wiggle room to do it. He's my guy. I think he becomes the number 2 on this team, and I think it puts them in a conversation where people maybe think they have a chance if they're defensively sound like they've always been. People start saying maybe they can defend enough to beat Golden State.
Next best two-way player.
Yep. He's going to be a great two-way player. You're right. Kyrie is not guaranteed to stay in Boston, so he's going to be the next great player there. They still got picks, though. Does Ainge do something interesting to make that team different? But I think he's going to be the guy. I hope that he doesn't lose a piece because so many people are coming back, but I think he's good enough to where, to me, again, he's the number 2 guy, not Gordon Hayward. Hayward gives him a nice compliment. I think he's the athletic guy. That's your freak of nature guy that can get to the rim, shoot the 3, and he becomes a guard nightmare. Like, how do you guard this guy? If you leave him out here and back up, he's going to shoot it. If I get up close to him, he's going to go by me or put me on the box. If he does that, he ascends to getting into a conversation of possibly MVP, definitely talking about one of the best players, if not right up there with Kyrie in the East.
Yeah.
That's my number 1 guy.
Down the line, I definitely see him ascending.
Yeah.
You know, once it becomes his team, Kyrie leaves and Danny does whatever he does to get some point guard. But
man, they need help.
He fills out and he comes like Kawhi body, best two-way player. Because he's gonna guard the best wing.
He's gotta fill out.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too. He's gotta fill out. But he's got potential to now be kind of that next guy in the line of guys. There's a lot of young talent that now kind of takes that mantle because you got to think LeBron and those guys are heading down that 15, 16, 17, 18, getting into that range. Paul and those guys, they're heading into that range where now it's time to think who's next. He's in that list of guys where you're like, okay, the league's going to be in good hands. So that's where I'm at with him.
Okay. All right, so my list was we did something too. Okay. Kevin Knox, Lonzo Ball, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Victor Oladipo.
I had Brandon Ingram, Spider Mitchell, Ben Simmons, Kyle Kuzma, and Jason Tatum.
How you got Ingram and Kuzma, but you don't think Lonzo's going to get better? Everybody's going to get better but Lonzo. That's what you think?
Yeah.
No, everybody in the Lakers is going to get better. Josh Hart, everybody's going to get better.
Can I?
But Lonzo Ball.
No, here's the thing. You know what? I'm going to give Lonzo gets better. But you just said, I'm going to use your words, he can't get any worse. Okay? So to me, if this is the floor and he was here, then
that's ascension.
He gets a little better, but he ain't getting on nobody's list of ascending players. To me, his game ain't gonna get better because of LeBron. LeBron's there, he'll get a couple more assists.
Yeah.
I don't think the kid's gonna knock down a jump shot.
Shoot a better percentage.
You can get the ball. That don't mean you're gonna make the shot. And so far, sir, he ain't shooting it that well. Yeah. So, hey, have I not said Lonzo prove me wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm still in the same boat with Lonzo.
I just don't, you can pick everybody but him.
Because Kuzma and Ingram have shown you they have something.
Flashes.
So now you're gonna put a great
Lonzo
player.
showed you flash.
No, what flash? What flash? Spark?
You wrong. This episode is brought to you by Vaughn's Plumbing, both licensed and assured. Vaughn's Plumbing provides top quality services at great prices. Make sure you check out Vaughn's Plumbing. They do home work.
They do residential.
It's weird to do it without this. I can't hear myself.
Right.
They do homing, home stuff. Or if you got a business, they do inspections, they do plumbing, they do waterproofing, they do all that great stuff. Make sure you hit them up. The number is
313-304-7786.
Or get that quote at VaughnsPlumbing.com. Once again, the number is
313-314.
Say it faster for me.
313. Wait, I just forgot the number.
Hey.
For
the real MVP.
I can't do that to them. Let me say this actually about Vaughn's Plumbing. They had to come out to my house this week. Okay. So 313-304-7786. Let me be proud. Disrespect. Sorry about that, Mr. Vaughn. But they had to come out to my house. They do great service. They had to come out to my house this week from my basement. Did a great job, and we're recovering from that. So as you guys know, this is a portion of the show where Dre leaves the screen, and it's just me. But it doesn't look like everybody's in a live feed anyway, so we've had a lot of technical difficulties tonight. So to all of our folks that are listening in podcast land, and those of you who did join us tonight in our live feed, we appreciate you as always joining us and having your information or your saying or something to say in our live feed. If you listen to us on a podcast, it is probably Saturday or Sunday. We posted our pod on SoundCloud and on iTunes. Feel free to follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. You can comment there, shoot us a DM, let us know if you want to sponsor. Also, just let us know what you think. We will be here next Thursday again, but don't forget, it is summertime right around the corner. So we're letting you know ahead of time. We will be taking a hiatus coming up in August. We always take a month off because we both coach youth football, and that is pretty much our preseason or our preseason camp, which is a Monday through Friday ordeal. So we will return to you in September. We just want to give you a heads up so we don't lose you. Don't think when we leave in August we'll be gone forever. We will be back. We promise that. So with that being said, we appreciate you as always. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the share button. Do all those things so you know when we post, you know when we go live. As always, you can follow us on YouTube. Come in there, say something. Let us know what you're doing. Long-time listener, first-time commenter. We always love to hear your chat. We'll talk to you, talk back. Always get into a great discussion. Also, let us know. You hit us up on social media. Let us know. Is there anything you want us to talk about, anything you want us to cover, especially during this slow time. On behalf of myself, Joel Williams, and my boy, my ace, my brother, Dre. We call him Andre. We call him Sean. We call him a lot of things, but y'all know him as Dre. And I'm the guy with all the information. He's the guy y'all just be like, whatever. He got me earlier. I had to get him back. Hey, we'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful weekend.
If the Cavs still in the month, jump ship, I'm going to press the panic button. You will never get me to jump ship. Y'all have to pay attention to Drake and what he says. He just throws out, you hear that? You jumping ship? Trying to get me just like, yes, I'm. Oh, man, I didn't say that. No, I'm never jumping ship on my squad.